So what's trending for dinner these days? For $1 per person, that sounds pretty good, especially with grocery prices have gone up so much over the last few years, and we're all feeling it at the grocery store. But I'm very concerned about what the CEO of Kellogg's, the cereal company, is recommending you eat for dinner for $1 per serving. So no surprise, it's Kellogg's Frosted Flakes, and actually was the CEO was so committed to this concept that created a commercial where Tony the Tiger comes running into the kitchen where the two children are sitting down at the dinner table with mom standing there, and basically Tony yells dinner, and then the kids yell cereal, and actually mom is screaming that as well. And so that's the whole idea, is that what you really should be consuming for dinner is Kellogg's cereal, and because it's going to save you money in these times where our grocery bills are rising. So what is your gut response to that? Mine was, I was incensed because I don't even want people to consume that for breakfast. So the CEO was saying, well, it's for sure the American way that you're eating these cereals for breakfast, but I think you should also eat them for dinner. So let's look at some alternatives that would not move you toward obesity, diabetes, heart disease, ultimately cognitive decline and Alzheimer's, let alone cancer. So we have plenty of that. We have enough childhood obesity. We have childhood depression and anxiety with known associations to diet, and certainly a cereal that has more grams of sugar in it per serving. And a lot of people that were, when this recently came out, many podcasters were saying, you know, I never ate just one bowl of cereal, I would always eat two. So then you'd be up to 30 grams of sugar, when we don't want our patients to go above 12 grams per day max. So one serving has 15 grams of sugar. It has 1 gram of protein. It has 1 gram of fiber. So this is very problematic because we don't, some people don't consume enough good protein. We definitely, as Americans, do not consume enough fiber, and we want to get that between 25 and 40 grams per day because it's very healthy for what's called the microbiome. You may have heard me talk about that before. That's the 38 trillion organisms housed in your colon that, when they're fed well with good fiber, then they're very anti-inflammatory, very protective against the diseases killing Americans, like heart disease, diabetes, cancer, Alzheimer's, cognitive decline, and obesity. So fiber is protective against those, and of course the cereal has none of that. It has 1 gram when you need 25 to 40 grams. So I played with an alternative that was equally inexpensive, about $1 per person, which impressed me that that's how it ended up. But sure enough, and what I looked at was black beans and brown rice and frozen broccoli. And while I prefer my vegetables fresh, the truth of the matter is you can buy vegetables frozen. They're flash frozen when they're picked, generally speaking, and really hold on to their nutrients very well because it's literally happening at the field, versus, unfortunately, the fresh has been around a lot longer by the time we see it and ingest it. So certain studies show that frozen vegetables have as much, if not more, nutrient value in it because they're frozen at the place of harvesting. So let's do a little breakdown. I'm going to look at my numbers a little bit, but again, I looked at beans. They're about 35 cents a serving. Frozen broccoli, again, 25 to 50 cents a serving. And then brown rice, 31 cents a serving. So with that, we've got a protein content of 22 grams versus 1. So we do want to up that, get closer to 30, depending on the person, but generally speaking, children need between 20 to 35 grams per meal, adults 30-ish per meal. So what I did was I added some peanuts for dessert, and that took up the protein just right to 30, because a serving of peanuts, a quarter cup, has about 8 to 9 grams of protein. So pretty easy dinner, pretty inexpensive. The fiber content of, oh, I didn't even throw in the peanuts with the fiber content. This was just the beans, the rice, and the broccoli had 18 grams of fiber. So peanuts definitely have some more. So that's getting a nice, very nice level of complex fiber from just the one meal, considering we're trying to shoot for 25 to 40. You're already at 18 plus. The meal I just laid out has 0 sugar, just the way I like it, and very inexpensive. So what's the moral of this story? Don't listen to the CEO of Kellogg's. But our problem is that a lot of times people say healthy food is expensive, and certainly it can be, but there's expensive pocketbook, although I just refuted that by finding a nice inexpensive meal. And then there's expensive to your overall longevity, your enjoyment of life, long-term disabilities and needing expensive medication. So when you have to look big picture when you're looking at the cost of what you're consuming. It's the cost of what you're paying at the time for the meal, and there's also the cost to your long-term health, longevity, vibrancy, enjoying your life as you very much deserve to do. So I think I rivaled the $1 per serving dinner in a very helpful fashion, and certainly we can play that game, and we can try to find foods that don't wreck the household budget, yet are still ultimately very, very healthy, and will have you and your family really, really enjoying health and enjoying your life together, versus suffering from obesity and heart disease and cancer and all the diseases I just mentioned. So tell me what you think of this. Tell me what you thought about the CEO of Kellogg's recommending that for breakfast and dinner you enjoy sugar Frosted Flakes. And until next time, I'm Dr. Vicki Peterson.